effective because Clark is against explosive long-limb guys. They'll take advantage of him.
Yeah, they will, but in the right matchup, he's effective. He can help. He makes 35% of his threes, has done that for the last 2 years. And I think he gives you some toughness and rebounding as well. I like him as a second-unit player.
So it's the Hawks now. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Horford the pass to Cephalosha. Millsap down low. He's guarded by Johnson. The 11-footer. Millsap misses. Boston leading by 4. Now Smart. It's Olynyk atop the key. To the paint. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be on Kyle Korver. Marcus Smart was drafted to the Celtics as their future point guard. He came in with a lot of work to do and a skill set that people really like. But his first season, Clark, was a roller coaster.
Yeah, it really was. He was an off guard in high school and in his first year of college as well. Really only played full-time at the point the year before he was drafted.
And the Celtics making a change here. Thomas is checked in. And the basket good. That's 7 points for Horford.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And for Smart, though, he still has a lot of work to do on his ball handling and passing. His shooting, I think, exceeded some people's expectations. 37% from the field last year was subpar, but his 34% accuracy from 3 was solid. He finally started going straight up on his jumper instead of leaning in, and his release looked money.
And here's Schroeder after Marcus Smart got his shot to go from deep. Schroeder kicks to Hardaway. Clock at 4. Schroeder passes to Blatch. The shot will not go. Good D by Lee.
You know, you talk about Smart's lackluster field goal percentage. Once he gets more comfortable with his ball handling and adjust to the length in the NBA, I think he'll convert more at the basket. That'll also create more drive and dish chances for him as well.
Turner with the steal. Thomas gets a wide open look. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Hardaway for 3. That's good. Hardaway has got his second bucket tonight.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Here's Smart. Offensive rebound. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And Bazemore kicks it over to Schroeder.
And Dennis Schroeder out of Germany. His teammates give him a hard time about putting mayonnaise on everything. He eats a turkey burger with mayo before every game. And let me tell you, no need to change because he's settling in just fine.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Tyler Zeller comes in for Johnson. And McCollum subbed in for Smart.
Really nice dime dropping there. Playmaking ability is exactly what you get from Isaiah Thomas.
Here's Blatch. And it's good.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Thomas dishes to McCollum. Down low. Lee passes to Zeller. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And, Greg, that's just good back.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Celtics out in front. They lead by 7. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. Nice game. Great performance by Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
The second half just about to get going here.
Looking at the game for Thomas, he has 9 points and 3 assists.
Smart and Bradley the guards. Jay Crowder out there with Amir Johnson. And it's Sullinger in at the 5, down low. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. Right side Korver. He dishes it to Millsap. Can't hit. Good work defensively by Johnson. Bradley kicks to Smart. The shot by Sullinger, wide open. No good with the triple. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That's foul number 2 for him. Teague drives in. Horford dishes to Cephalosha. A quick shot there, and it's off target.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
And watching Jay Crowder, he can really beast you up, you know, Greg, and take you out of your game. One of the most physical wings, I think, in the NBA.
And you know, not the most flexible athlete, but he makes up for that with that strength that you mentioned. It allows him to control the pace. I mean, he's a bumper and a grinder and hitting a big 3 out of nowhere. So he's what we call a true gamer.
You know, looking at Jay Crowder, he got traded from Dallas to Boston in the Rondo deal last season. Nobody expected all that much from him. All he did was go out and become one of the most valuable players on that team.
Puts it up from 12. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists tonight.
Now, guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
That's his second first.
You know, when you talk about Jay Crowder, there are those that you win because of, and then there are guys like him that you win with. I mean, the guy who's going to take the charge, commit the hard foul, do what others won't, really shows the heart of a champion.
Here's Smart. At the elbow, Sullinger. Johnson, wide open, he fires. From the top of the key, he buries it.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. What a season for Al Horford last year. Such a great display from him and his team as he led the Hawks to the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference.
And for all the team accomplishments the Hawks had, Horford was able to hit some of his own milestones as well. Had his first career triple-double last season.
Olynyk, he's checked in from Amir Johnson.
Looking at the game for Crowder, 13 points, and he's picked up 1 dime.
The Celtics haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
And so it's Atlanta with it, trailing by 13. Teague with the ball. He feeds it to Millsap. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And he isn't the biggest body at 6'8", Clark, but Paul Millsap, very effective.
And part of his being underrated and underestimated, I think, is due to that size. But folks are finally starting to come around. That kind of production he's put up will make that happen.
McCollum's checked in for the Celtics. And it's sent back by Horford. Crowder pulls it in.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
The 3 ball. Can't get it to go. And Atlanta will go the other way with it.
And Millsap with over a 7-foot wingspan and also just a great nose for the ball. He gets you rebounds, blocks, and he leads all power forwards in steals pretty much every season.
Sullinger passes to Crowder. It's tipped. Millsap with the steal. And the shot is good. And that's now 6 points for Jeff Teague. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And speaking of Millsap's defense, I mean, he can switch out and cover perimeter players as well. His smaller stature gives him that versatility, but then the long wingspan allows him to still bang with the biggies.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Outside Hardaway. 6 to shoot. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. That's good from Scott. Mike Scott, a former 2nd-round draft pick who has carved out a role here in the NBA the last 2 seasons, Clark. He was a major contributor off the bench.
Yeah, he's a bit of a tweener, you know, not big enough to maintain position down low on a consistent basis and not quick enough to really be a 3-man or small forward. But what he can do is get to the basket, rebound okay, and knock down the deep shot.
Thomas kicks to Olynyk. And the foul on Kent Bazemore. That's his 1st foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Celtics making a switch here. Lee's checked in. Lee with the steal. And Turner kicks to Thomas. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Boston.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Tyler Zeller's checked in for Olynyk. Scott, good.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Stolen. Inside. Pass to Blatch.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Well, you have to love the energy and the effort given every night by Kent Bazemore, hustling for loose balls. Greg, a lot like you actually. Runs the floor like a tornado, can handle the ball, the consummate role player.
He really is. And you know, you have to have guys who can be effective without the basketball, Kevin. There's only one out there, right? And you're going to have 5 guys, so you need other areas of the game to be effective. And he focuses on the defense, the rebounding, all those little things that add up to victories.
And that one's good. Hardaway has got 8 points.
Their 3-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way. And And, you know, going back to Kent Bazemore, he was not a five-star recruit coming out of high school, was solid and unspectacular in college. Entered the NBA as an undrafted free agent. Exceeded everybody's expectations.
Now, here's Thomas. He's guarded by Schroeder. Thomas dishes to McCollum. So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4. He misses the free throw.
Take a look at the game for McCollum. He's got 8 points, and 4 of his points have come at the foul line. He's made the most of those opportunities.
And you can't undervalue the importance of that. Many times a game comes down to which team wins the free throw battle.
Latch the pass to Bazemore. Dishes it to Scott. Shot clock at 6. Can't hit. Good D by Lee.
And getting back to Kent Bazemore, I mean, he will always have a role in this league because of his defense and his positive attitude. He's the kind of guy who gets counted out early, then goes on to have a legitimate 10-year NBA career. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Celtics making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And the first one drops.
Isaiah Thomas.
And Isaiah Thomas, traded last season from Phoenix over to Boston, seemed to be a matter of fit and not production as to why they moved him.
Teague against Thomas. The feed to Korver. To the inside. Here's Millsap. Power down with both hands.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further. And Evan Turner's one of those guys, he just gives you a little bit of everything. I mean, he can play multiple positions, handles the ball, he can pass it, shoot it. Kind of a Swiss Army jackknife who uses multiple tools to his advantage.
Marcus Smart's checked in for the Celtics. Well, Greg, for Evan Turner, the one area where he can still develop in a big way is with the jump shot. Clark, 28% from 3 last season. Really is not going to make it.
Yeah, that's been the one stain on his game, the lack of that deep shooting ability, but everything else he can do. He can handle, he passes, he rebounds, but to be an elite player, he's got to be able to knock down that 3-ball better.
It's Thomas outside. Rebounded by Cephalosha. Cephalosha's got his 4th rebound in this one.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
And Turner kicks to Johnson. Pass to Thomas. To the middle. Here's Lee. Korver with the defensive effort.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Celtics leading by 11. Here's Smart. He's got 7. In the corner, Crowder with it. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Celtics lead by 11. And we'll be back right after this. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Atlanta calls timeout.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, guys, Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Schroeder and Bazemore are the guard set. Scott is out there at Blatch. And it's Hardaway in at the three, the small forward. Here's Smart. And that one is stuffed right through.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that. You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories. Rebounds just being one of them.
Bradley dishes to Smart. Bradley passes to Zeller. Nice shot by Smart. The Hawks trail by 12. Pass to Blatch. Shot is off. And the Celtics going the other way now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And stolen by Scott. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Well, it was the Boston Celtics, their last game, a loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Smart. Good on the three-point shot. And the Celtics lead by 15.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good.
And Zollinger kicks to Bradley. And again, it's Boston converted.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine.
Shot to stop the drought. And finished off by Scott.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Bradley, no one around him. Good, and Smart gets the assist. 12 points for Avery Bradley. Crowder with the steal. That's good. 14 points for Avery Bradley.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Smart misses.
You can't get in a much better position for the three than that. Everything was right on target. It just didn't fall.
Here's Bazemore. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
And around the NBA, there are some who want to redo how the NBA lottery works. They feel it punishes teams for trying at the end of the season and instead rewards others who maybe aren't doing as well.
David Lee's checked in for Boston. McCollum comes in for Smart.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second three of the game.
That's his second personal foul.
And the first one drops.
Shooting for Boston, McCollum.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Hawks trail by 19. Kicks it to Horford. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
With that basket, it's now 6 points off of their giveaways this quarter.
They need to clean it up offensively if they're going to have any chance to get back into this one.
Now here's McCollum. He's guarded closely. Bradley dishes to Sullinger. Lee passes to Sullinger. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for two.
I really think that's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes passing like that to get it done.
And how's that for some ups coming from that one?
Well, he is a rarity among NBA point guards in his ability to elevate.
Yeah, his athletic ability, guys, is really what takes him a notch above most players at his position.
Horford kicks to Teague. It's Millsap with the drive. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That's his third foul of the game.
You know, something that's floating around in the sports world and in the NBA is reseeding after the playoffs start. And for those of you who may not understand the situation, it's simply saying that no matter what, he would play the lower seeded team, however you get to those numbers.
Johnson, he's checked in for Boston. Horford dishes to Korver. Off target from outside.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at it.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up defensively just because he missed that one.
And with that whole concept of playoff reseeding, so often we'll see a second or third seed team get a sixth or seventh seed team in the second round. Meanwhile, Greg, the top seed plays the fourth seed no matter what.
You know, I think in a few cases it would have made a major difference in how the playoffs would have played out. And quite frankly, I think it also puts more value on the regular season if that number one seed could play a seventh seed, if you will, in the second round. So I think that's something that the commissioner and the competition committee might want to reassess.
Here's McCollum. Atlanta with the rebound. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin. That's a forceful finish there. The tomahawk, one hand, bang.
It just shows you the strength he has.
And you know what? It wasn't as if the defense wasn't engaged on that possession. It's just a matter of his athletic ability being at another level.
And it's Bradley. That time on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists tonight.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Zeller, he's checked in for Sullinger. Olynyk comes in for Johnson. Evan Turner, he's checked in for Crowder. And it's Rozier in for Avery Bradley. The Hawks working the ball around. Outside for Korver.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And that's a foul. It's called Antabo Cephalosha. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul.
You know, another point of contention between every NBA fan is whether or not the age restriction is a good thing. Some want it increased, others want it gone altogether. You know, for me, it's a matter of whether or not you as a team feel that that player can make an impact on your roster. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Celtics.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And in the season series, they'll end up taking the upper hand with the first victory for this matchup with a 1-0 record against the Hawks.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Smart. He was everywhere, defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
Hardaway passes to Scott. Out to Hardaway. The pass to Blatch. 4 on the shot clock. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball, share the sugar.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And the basket by Rozier.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Atlanta with the ball. Here's Schroeder. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right.